Hey everyone, my name is Lance, and this is the first video on my Pokemon channel. In this video, I plan on presenting my Pokemon collection, which I have been slowly gathering stuff since about 2015. I don't have everything, who does? But I think I have a pretty cool collection, and I would love to share it with everybody. And without further ado, I'm going to head over to the back and start grabbing some items to show you. All right, first up, we have the Evolutions case of booster boxes. There's 6 booster boxes in this case. I got it for about $1,000. It's pretty awesome. I think I bought it in about 2020. So very cool. Very cool line. All right, we got another case. Base set Sword and Shield booster boxes. There's 6 also in here. All right, our next case, we got Rebel Clash. This is the Rebel Clash case of booster boxes as well. Very cool. And my final case is Darkness Ablaze booster box case. Very cool. So next up, we got Champions Path ETBs. I've got 4 of them. So there's those 2. And then I've got 2 more. Very cool. All right, next up for the sealed collection, we've got a Celebrations ETB and a Celebrations Pokemon Center ETB. So 2 pretty cool items. They are super dusty on the top. Nothing a little wipe with my hand can't fix, but they do just kind of sit there as display pieces. They don't really move much. This is the only loose booster box I have, which is a Mega Evolution booster box. It's a new set. I plan on opening this for another video. So if you want to see more, like and subscribe. We've got 2 Mega Charizard EX Ultra Premium collections. Very cool. These will be sealed for quite a while. I also have 2 Sword and Shield Ultra Premium collections. They have the black Zacian and Zazamenta cards in them. Pretty cool. So this is a Pokemon Korokoro magazine that features a Pikachu promo. So that promo is on the inside of this. It is a pretty cool piece. It is pretty cheap. So if you were interested in picking up something, straight out of Japan, this would be something that I would get. It's just a cool little piece that you can display or whatever you want to do with it. Right now I just have it in a box, but maybe in the future I'll post it up for everybody to see. Next up is the Southern Islands collection. This is a old collection. This is the Japanese version. There's also an English version that came in a binder, but I have every single page for the Japanese version. I also have everyone in English as well. But we'll get to those cards later. They're no longer in the binder. They're in either top loaders or semi-rigids. All right, next up, we got 2 Neo Genesis Series 1 premium file binders. These are Japanese. This was like right when the Neo Genesis set dropped, and Gen 2 was finally upon us. There's holo cards. They're hidden. You can't see them, but there is holo cards in each one. Very cool. These are both sealed ones. They have been unopened, and they're not too expensive if people are interested in picking these up. I think they're pretty awesome. This other one is a little more rare. It's the second version that came out of the same Neo Genesis release. I'm not sure if it was for Neo Genesis. Actually, I'm not sure where this one came from. This one I'm pretty familiar with. This one I'm a little less familiar with, but they were doing it around the same time, and this is the second one that released. I believe there's a third one as well, but I do not have the third one. Next, I want to get into some master sets. I have about 10 completed master sets for various sets, and I have probably double that amount in uncompleted master sets. It's hard to tell, but those binders are all the master sets I'm talking about. So these ones that are standing up vertically, those ones are all completed ones. All the ones that are horizontal, more on the left side, those ones are incomplete ones. I'm only going to grab a couple, but I would love to grab some what I think are cool ones and show you. All right, let's get into the first set I want to talk about. Fusion Strike. A gigantic set. This Caterpie is 001 out of 264. I don't know how you expect casual collectors to ever do master sets, especially if you're trying to go for like every single master set. That was my original goal, is to have a master set of everything from a roughly Hidden Fates and beyond. Uh, but they're so quickly releasing cards now. They're so quickly releasing sets. It is very difficult to keep up. That Ninetales is an awesome art. Imagine that in full art. That would be super cool. Just look how many fire cards there were. Look how many water cards there are going to be. I mean, this set is insanely, like, way too big, I think. Uh, although it does have Mew, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. Probably my favorite Pokemon, specifically the shiny Mew, but that's neither here nor there. But man, look at this, look at these cards. Those are awesome. Look at the Deoxys, it's cool. These Mews, awesome. Awesome cards. And that's just part of the regular set. There's some more in the back. Steelix. I like Steelix. I think he's as far as the cards go, I think he's underrated. Gengar VMAX. Who doesn't love that? People go crazy over Gengar. I'm a Gengar fan. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Gengar fan though. He's cool, right? He's not my everything though. Some people I think go a little overboard for the fat ghost boy. That's okay though. You know, you like what you like. Latias is really cool. That's a cool art right there. Schmeargle. I got a vintage card I'll show you guys later of him. Really cool card. I think it's a super cool card. It was one of the last cards I pulled as a kid. I remember that. All right, now we get into the full arts. That Celebi is doing, that's doing numbers. The Mew is doing numbers. A lot of these cards are starting to boom a little bit. And then we get into, of course, the Gengar VMAX, the Espeon VMAX, Mew VMAX. I mean, Inteleon VMAX. These are all pretty sought after cards for collectors. I'm happy to have a master set. Um, we got some gold cards back here, but those don't ever really do as well as any of the set does, as far as alt arts and stuff go. So I do want to mention this before I get into the next binder. I do not recommend doing a master set like I have with the 3 rings, because as you're flipping through the pages, pressure can be built up. Like this Celebi's in danger right now, right? Look how closely it is to a hard surface that if I was to constantly be flipping, it would wear down and it would probably wear into the card. I don't think you should do it like this. I think you should have you should buy the binders or the more premium ones that don't have the rings. At the time I was trying to complete every set, so I had to go with the cheapest option for binders, which was pretty much a bulk buy of 3-ring binders. Um, but I mean, collecting every master set of every single Pokemon set that comes out is pretty far out of a lot of people's reach. I would really focus on sets you really like. So let's say the new sets, you're super into Phantasmal Flames, you love Charizard, master set that. Let's say you're not into Gengar, you're not into Dragonite and Ascended Heroes, don't worry about it. Maybe get some chases, maybe get some cards that you do like out of that set, but don't worry about master setting it. Because this, with the price of the binder and the price of the sleeves and trying to keep it all protected, it does add up. It adds up quite a bit. So that's why I ended up going with 3 rings, because they're cheaper binders. Next set, Shining Fates. It's a great set. It's a great set. Not the best set. Not the best set. We love shiny Pokemon. We all love shiny Pokemon. This one it features a lot of Pokemon that aren't as popular. It's a kind of a small shiny vault. Can I talk about this real quick actually? Undervalued. The Amazing Rares, this is a super cool hollow pattern. I thought these were awesome, and they only did them for like 2 sets and called it a day. That was it. I thought they were super cool. And then we get into the shiny vault. Applin becoming green is also pretty funny. Decidueye, I mean, it's a starter, but he's not as popular. Cinderace is kind of in the same boat as an Inteleon too. You got Suicune, but his shiny pattern doesn't really change much. So some people just aren't interested in these. I think any shiny Pokemon is pretty awesome, but some people just, you're not, if a shiny barely changes. Pikachu I think has a terrible shiny, but Gold Star Pikachu, you're gonna want that. So there's value there, but at the same time, I really like when the Pokemon has a significant change or like a very cool subtle change. But if it's just like a blanket color thrown on, then it's not as cool to me. Anyway, back into these, you got some Coughings and Galarian Wheezing. Coughing has a pretty significant change, becomes like a little blue ball instead of purple. Wooloo, like his colors flip, which is pretty cool. The white becomes brown and the brown becomes white. Uh, but yeah, let's get into the full arts of this set. I mean, everybody, who's gonna hate on the Charizard, right? Charizard VMAX. I gotta look at that and make sure, see if it's a gradable. It's looking from here a little off center. Right side is looking a little heavy. That's okay though. These were all binder copies in my head at first. Now I'm getting interested into grading cards, so I'm starting to be a little more selective. But we'll get into that. And these are promos that came out around Shining Fates' era. So I just threw them in here just to kind of have them together, but the set ends here. I thought the black and gold cards were cool, but these solid color cards, there's not much to them, and you kind of lose the detail and what makes a Pokemon unique in those gold cards when they're all gold. But yeah, Shining Fates, everybody. All right, we got another master set of Silver Tempest. Super popular set with some popular Pokemon. Some juice in here for sure. Let's get into it. That is a cool Rapidash. These cards, when I was talking about the 3 rings earlier, I only go through these binders when I need to show somebody, and that is extremely rare that I go through them. This is the most I've flipped through the binders in years. They've been sitting there for a minute, unless I need to add a card. Then I'll flip through it to find out what's got to get added. But once the master set's done, it's done. We need some cool, I think we need some cool Ryunculus arts. Or maybe some cool, there is a cool Dreepy that kind of is recent. I actually like that one a lot. I would like to get that. I don't have it. Who else would cook? A cool Beldum card. I think there is also a new like a full art or illustration rare Beldum. Radiant Jirachi, the Radiant cards. They're basically shiny Pokemon. I thought they were cool. It's another thing that they kind of touched on and then they just got rid of the whole thing. Lugia, Ho-Oh. Everybody's gonna go crazy over those cards always. Lugia more so than Ho-Oh. I think Lugia is cool. He was never my favorite. Uh, cool unknown alt arts. We got that Lugia V alt art. That's the main card. I think that's the main chase of this set. Super awesome card. Ho-Oh looking great, looking majestic, looking like the first episode of Pokemon. Uh yeah, look at those. Boom. We got the Gold Star one, and I think this Gold Star one, which should be a rare, harder card to pull, is less value wise to this guy. That alt art. That alt art, people just eat it up. We got a cool melodic. I think a lot of these cards are cool that feature trainers on them as well. Super, super cool stuff. Blaziken, people love that. That Mawile so good. These cards are so good. I think Rayquaza. Everybody loves Rayquaza. I think Rayquaza is one of the best. Friends and Galar. I know people don't like trainers. There's like a whole, I don't want to call it a conspiracy or anything, but the trainers almost never do well in sets. Unless it's maybe an alt art of a really popular character or maybe waifu style. I don't know. The friends cards to me, those are top tier. I mean, these are all my people. These are all my people from the games. I play all the games. Those are my people. Same with these two. But yeah, that's a little rant about that. I think there's multiple friends cards. So I think the ones that feature all the characters from the video game, you're getting that crossover from Pokemon. It just adds to the depth of Pokemon to me. You're getting it in the card, but you're also getting it in the game, and you're also getting it from the show. You know, it's just adding depth to all the characters. Now this is a juicy set. This is Hidden Fates, man. Hidden Fates. This to me, when it came out, was I was ready. Hidden Fates is such a good set. I mean, it features all these OGs, right? You're getting your classic 151. You're getting a tag team of all the legendary birds in one card. I mean, that's just good stuff. The set itself is only 68 cards, so the rest of this is all shiny vault. I mean, it's so good. Look at these. Look at those. Jesse and James from the show. This is an underrated card, dude. This card should be millions of dollars. I know I'm being dramatic, but that is so good. They always argue with each other. And they're fighting in the card. Oh man, it's got Meowth and Wobbuffet in it. You can't beat something like that to me. That's so good. Fires on all cylinders. Charmander, Charmeleon, obviously people love that. Let's go. What else we got? I love looking at these. I don't look at them enough, but again, the 3-ring binder problem. Swablu. Man, he turns gold. From blue, he turns gold. Routes. Gardevoir is obviously a super popular shiny Pokemon. And then we just get, look at these. Look at how clean they are. Of course, you're gonna love Charizard. Decidueye hiding under me. Ho-Oh. It doesn't change much and it's shiny, but still, like Mewtwo, Espeon. This is good stuff. Greninja becoming black is one of the coolest shinies, I think. Umbreon. Everybody's probably going crazy over that one. Scissor. Next in line. And he becomes lime green. Lime green? Dude, that is so cool to me. Gardevoir becoming that sky bluish color. Same with Sylveon, also presenting itself in that really bright blue. The cards, you can easily tell what Pokemon is being featured. It's not overcrowded. Some of the illustration rares, I was having a conversation with a friend recently. Some of the illustration rares, if I was to hold it at a distance, you'd have no idea what Pokemon it is. It's hard to tell. You're telling me if I hold that Charizard out here, you're not going to be able to know? You're going to know. Mewtwo, Espeon, you're going to know. It's a clean card. It's presented in such a clean way. These are good cards. Cynthia with a Garchomp right behind her, and she's always with her Garchomp, a Lucario also kind of hiding, and they're shiny. Oh, dude. I'm telling you, they cooked with Hidden Fates. These were promos. I mean, Rayquaza, Metagross. No one cares much about Zoroark, but these two are awesome. This guy was given out for free in one of the games, shiny version and everything. Oh, I couldn't stop using it. The glass stained birds are also uh, a, a, had a recent explosion in how much they cost. These are some more promos. These are two pretty cool promos from Hidden Fates era. They have the Cosmos foil. Probably hard to tell, but they do have a Cosmos foil hollow to them, which is cool. And I put the energies in there just because hollow energies I think are pretty cool. There's non-hollow energies on this side, but hollow energies are pretty cool. And these backwards cards are just to fill space. Because I don't like flipping through the binder when this feels thinner than this section because there's no card here. So I just flip cards around to present the backing of the Pokemon card. I think they're just energies anyway. And then I threw them in here just to kind of fill that space because that's the end of the set pretty much. But yeah, what a good set. I mean, this is like perfection. I mean, you can obviously say base set, Shadowless first edition, woo woo woo, right? You can talk all about those all day, but this set really does hit for me. It hits. This set hits. Some of you are going to be really interested in PSA graded cards. I understand that, and I don't have many. This is actually all I have PSA graded. That's it. But let me show you them. I would love to, you know, just because you asked so nicely. This is my most recent pickup, and I just got it because the art on that Zoroark is sick. I think that is cool. So yeah, had to get that. I seen it. It was like $100. Give me that. I'm taking that home. That is a cool artwork. Shining Mew. I mentioned it earlier. Shining Mew is one of my favorites, so I could not let this one pass. This will never go anywhere except it will remain in my PC. And for those that don't know what PC is, it's personal collection. So this will stay there. Everything I have is graded in a 10. And I bought them as 10s. I've never graded cards by myself. But again, I'm about to submit my first grade or my first submission to PSA and hopefully get good grades. That's going to be a whole nother video. So I'm going to have a video where I submit them and I'm going to have a video where I receive them. And I'm going to start submitting some of my higher end cards and hopefully get some good grades. These were just cool. I don't know how to explain it. They're cool. I'm less a fan of them now. I was kind of getting them as they were coming out. I'm less a fan of them now because again, if I hold this card out here, if I hold it like right here, tell me what card, tell me who that is. Tell me what Pokemon that is. You know what I'm saying? You lose a lot of the detail and what makes Pokemon special. For example, who's that? Who is that? I'm doing the same thing I just did with that last one. You could tell who that is. That's Pikachu. Red cheeks, yellow body. It's easy. It's easily deciphered. But again, at the time, I thought they were really cool. I didn't think they were going to do many black and gold cards, so I was like, this is a good opportunity to buy some. I figured, why not? I do have more of them too, so. It was I don't want to call it a mistake, but it's something I did. A little dust on this old Pikachu, but Vivid Voltage, Pikachu VMAX, super cool. Here is the other Eternatus, so you got two of them, two different versions. I mean, genuinely, you don't know what's going on. I know it's the hand of Eternatus, but you just don't know what's happening in that card at all. At least this one kind of looks like a Pokemon. All right, these cards, they're cool cards. Again, the black and gold, you kind of lose detail. I don't expect these to go for millions of bucks in the future, but they are cool. I'll happily keep them. I'm not like somebody that just goes and sells cards all the time. Shiny Mew. We're back at it with the Shiny Mew. I love him. He's my little baby boy. Oh, this is a good card right here. I got this, like, man, these cards, there were so many of these cards that they were probably selling for like under 10 bucks each card. That's it. Raw, right? Not graded. And there's a pretty good graded population of this in a 10, but it is kind of recently blown up in price. And these cards were so cheap before. I also have one that I'm going to be sending off in the first grading submission. So hopefully that comes back at 10 also. And then maybe I can get rid of one or give away one, who knows. And then again, I mean, you can't beat them for me, Shiny Mew. If Koro Shiny Mew and Gold Star Mew were not as expensive as they are, I'd probably pick those up. But I'm a little outpriced there. Okay, this box is where I put my promos. I keep sealed promos. It's kind of a thing I like to do. And this box is full of them. It's got plenty more room, so don't worry. This box will get more full. I'm going to be sending stuff off to grading, though, so I will be removing some, but I'm sure a lot will remain. So let's start diving into this box. Obviously, you can see what's on top, but we'll go through them. So I'll grab a little stack and kind of go through it. These special delivery Pikachus were awesome. So it's kind of the same thing as that Reds Pikachu that I had just showed you. You had to just buy products from the Pokemon Center website, and they would send this card for free promo with the purchase. I mean, look at that. I've got a couple of them. Super cool cards. I don't remember what promo these were from, but was it Hidden Fates maybe? They're ETBs? Something like that. Shining Fates? One of those ETBs. Had a Mewtwo. Not an expensive card. I think it's a clean, like, it's one of those things where I can hold it back here and you can kind of tell what Pokemon it is. Like, it's just, Mewtwo. It's your boy. I kind of forget where some of these cards came from. This is the new Charizard UPC promo. I think this is one of the coolest English promos we've had recently. I've got probably maybe 10 to 15 of them already. Um, that's just because I love this card. I think the mega with the attack being in Japanese and then the reverse in Japanese. So in the Japanese card, the text is in English. I think that's super cool. So these are my jam. These kind of promos, they get me going. A special delivery does too. Toys R Us promo. What you know about that? You might not even known that existed. Toys R Us promos, those were awesome. I believe this was from Champions Path. Their ETB. You got a Charizard, so obviously had to pick up Charizards because Charizard rules the world in Pokemon. We got some more Charmanders. Very cool promos. Super cool holofoil on there. Oh, got some cardboard on that one. Another Charizard, another Charmander. I got copies and they're thrown out all over the place. This Mew is from one of the Ultra Premium collections as well. This is the metal version. So this card's metal actually. I don't I gotta look and review, but I'll see if it's gradable, and then maybe we'll send that off for grading as well one of these days. But I don't want to take too much time going through promos, so we're gonna kind of fly through them. That same black Zacian, that black and gold, and the EVV Max. Those are good promos. We got our Ancient Mew, of course. We couldn't live without this guy. A staple in the promo world for Pokemon cards. I have a copy outside of. These are all sealed, by the way. They still have the card like sealed in. They're all near mint. They're beautiful copies. I have one that I think is gonna get a good grade that I have in my grading pile. We got a Pikachu, the gold one, not metal. Look at that. Got some more of them. We got some Japanese promos, Pikachus. You're gonna see a couple cards in here that you're gonna be like, whoa. You know, you might not have seen it before, or you're gonna be like, whoa, those are expensive cards now. The time when I was buying these, they were not expensive. I'll show you receipts later. Electabuzz promo. Toys R Us again. Same with the Charmander. Same as the Charmander. What is this doing in here? Mewtwo GX, not a promo. I don't know what it's doing in there. It's not even in it's not even in the plastic that I put them in. So I don't know how that slipped in there. Maybe that was supposed to be in the grading pile. Another Electabuzz. Some Greninja. Electabuzz. Charmander. These are the promos they've been doing kind of recently where they add like these deck dividers into them. I can't put those in semi-rigid, so they're just kind of in here in the semi-rigid sleeve rather than the semi-rigid itself, and they just rest just like that. Riolu is the same as that last one. Got some more gold Pikachus, Greninjas, that Charizard. This is the sealed one, so there's 3 cards here, all Charizards. PSA 9. Anyway, there's 3 cards in this pack. If you can kind of tell, you can see 2 of them there, but there's 3 of them. But yeah, there's 3 Charizard promos in that one pack. This Magikarp, what was the Magikarp? Was it GameStop or Toys R Us? Is one of those kind of deals. But yeah, got like 5 of those. More of the gold ones. We got this Neo promo, which I believe is the Entei. Special delivery Bidoof. Special delivery Charizards. These are the same as the special delivery Pikachu. That's how the same method of obtaining them. You just had to buy stuff on the Pokemon Center website and you'd get these cards. I just went and bought a couple on eBay though, extra, because I just like having more. There's the gold Pikachu. Very cool card. This is this like it's a heavy card because it's not real gold, obviously, but it's like a metal card. So it's very cool. Some more Toys R Us promos. We're a Stuffle. I got some more Mikyus. I love promos. Promos is my thing. I want this box to be full of promos. So we got some glass stained birds and a Mewtwo. Eevees. Another Eevee. We got Eevee, Thundurus, another Eevee, a Charcadet. These are all those like ones with the deck box sleeves or the deck box dividers. So they're kind of just like chilling in the semi-rigid sleeve. Lucario, Snorlax, the Mewtwo that comes from that Ultra Premium collection. This Gold Star Greninjas. Cool Porygon. That's a cool one. This is a vintage promo from way back when. Got some more of those Pikachus you might have seen earlier. A lot of them. I got both the Japanese and the English ones. So this one's Japanese. These ones are all English. Very cool Pikachu card though. Got like 3 more piles to go through. I'm gonna put these aside because those should go on top of everything. Got some more magic cards. Got a Mew. This is just the Evolutions Mew, so I don't know how this slipped in here either. I was going through a lot of cards recently, so they slipped in somehow. Lucario, Charizard, EVs, more Charizards. This is a Japanese gym promo for Eevee. Stuffles. We got some old Meowth promos where the Meowth is in the what it's sealed in, but it's in the backwards. They're all like that though. That's just how they did them then. Charizards. We got another Mega Charizard X, the new ones. So I'm starting to collect those a little bit. I'm pretty much done collecting them now though, because I said before I have like 10 now, so I don't need any more. Let's keep diving into the promos though. More Mimikyus, Electabuzzes for Toys R Us, Meows, Grookey on the ball. They were doing these on the ball promos. There's quite a few of them. I got almost all of them. I need to review which ones I don't have. Ancient Mew. Any of these ones that are still sealed, they're near mint, sure. They're but also a little off center, so that's why I've kind of just kept them like that. Another Charizard pack. Hydreigon, the thank you Hydreigon. At the time I bought this, it was super cheap. Probably is still super cheap. Eevee's on the ball. More of the Charizards. Another one of these. You know, I'm telling you, I'm getting them. I think this promo is one of the best that they've done lately. I'm telling you. I'm not saying it's going to go up in value and you're going to be a millionaire or anything, but I am saying it's one of the coolest promos that they've done recently. Some Eevees. Magikarp. Cosmog. So they're doing Cosmog with the Toys R Us stuff as well. Lucarios. The Ends Reshiram, the Journey Together. This is the Pokemon Center version. Very cool. This is that Entei promo. Snorlax, more of the Entei promos, more cool Porygons, Shining Ho-Ohs. Got a load of those. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Another one of these Charizards, baby. I'm telling you, it's good. Charmander from one of the ETBs and Snorlax. So that's all the promos that I have in here. There is plenty more to go through. Believe me. This is like my singles. My singles, I have way more stuff. So that's my sealed promo box. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's one of the things I'm most proud of because it's taken a long time to get all those promos. This box right here, I want you to check it out. I'm going to show you what's inside and know that this isn't the only one I have. I have about 4 or 5 of them. So let's look. So what is this, you may ask? These are packs, sealed packs still. You know when you buy the blisters and they come with the cardboard on the outside, they rip the cardboard off and then there's a pack inside? Well, these are just the packs. There's no like cardboard portion. If I was to try to sell them, people would probably claim that they're weighed or whatever. These aren't weighed. I don't have a scale to weigh them. They're never going to be sold though, so I don't see it. It won't matter anyway. I left ample like air in there, so they're not tightly packed together. But these are 10. I have 10 packs of every set, going all the way back to Hidden Fates. So yeah, pretty cool. I have some really cool ones as well. Let me see if I can find them. I got some of the Unagaba ones. This looks like one of my more modern groups. Maybe there might be a Unagaba pack in here. Nah, there probably isn't. But yeah, I have 10 packs of every set going all the way back to Hidden Fates. And they're just going to stay sealed forever. I like the arts, right? Phantasma Flames was like the most recent addition to this, but I've already added them. The art on the packs is super cool. Like, look at that. You get a Gengar art. People probably don't care about Heracross that much, but hey. You know, let me grab another little batch, see what we get. Crown Zenith, Trick or Trade, Destin Rivals, Destin Rivals. Maybe I'll pull out another box just to show you some variety, but you know, you got Prismatics, a bunch of more Trick or Trades. Look, even the Trick or Trades, like I found those to be important enough to add to this. So yeah, let me show you. Let me grab another box just to kind of show you what I got going on. All right, so here's another box of sealed packs. Let's just grab a little chunk of them and see what we get. Astral Radiance, Black Bolt, Match Battle, Astral Radiance. Very cool. Let's grab a little pack from here. Oh, this one. This is weird. So I bought a Brilliant Stars booster box, and it was English, but on the inside were these packs, which are not English packs. But if you open the pack, there's English cards. So what happened there? I do not know. The booster box was English. The cards on the inside were English, but for some reason, the packs themselves aren't English. Weird. Yeah. Bought that the same like when the set first came out. And it was so weird to me. What do we got in here? White Flare. We got some celebrations. Mega Evolution stuff. Let me see if I can find some old ones. This is like not my old, the one that has all the old packs in it, because oh, there's some Chilling Rain. You know, you're kind of getting there. But yeah, I got stuff that goes like back to the XY era stuff. I got Hidden Fates packs, but I'm not finding them wherever they're at. There's too many boxes to go through, and I don't want to waste everybody's time. But I like showing off my collection. It's fun. All right. The next presentation is going to be some vintage stuff. I've got quite a good amount. Some of it I pulled when I was a little kid. I was born in 1993. Pokemon stuff came out in 1996. I mean, I was only about 7, 8, 9 when I started getting all these cards. Maybe even younger, 5, 4, who knows? I can't remember that far back. But I do know I was getting packs back then. And I remember the stand I got them from at the New Park Mall in Fremont, California. Whoa, my camera is bugging out. Look at my camera go. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's tripping. So I got a little stack here, but there is much more. I'm not going to toot my own horn about it. I do have a lot. Don't worry, not a lot of it's high quality, but I'd say it's pretty good quality. And it's vintage. It's the cards that a lot of us older collectors, we know and love these cards. Space Set 2 Alakazam, Base Set Magneton. I'm not gonna take too much time on each card, Scyther. But if you look on the backs, like you'll see, like look, you got like some corner whitening. Like they're not perfect condition by any means. There's like black stuff all over the back of the card. I don't know what's going on there. Don't know what the story was. But yeah. So you got Scyther. Base Set Chansey. Awesome. Eevee promo. I wish I had this in like a PSA graded card. This is one of the coolest. I thought when I was a kid, I thought this was one of the coolest cards in existence. It is awesome. It has the Eevee front and center, right? And then it has the Vape. At the time, there was only Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. Some of you might not even believe that, but that's all it was. And so it has their 3 colors right around the Eevee. I thought this promo was super cool. I thought the card was cool. That's a good card. Ampharos, some of the Neo set stuff. Fraligator, same deal. We got one of those Ancient Muse. I think this is the one that I think the copy is really clean on. That centering is pretty much perfect. Usually they have a pretty good centering problem, but the centering on the front and the back is really nice. So this might get sent off. It does appear that there's like some slight edge, like where it was cut. It seems like there's some slight edge warping. So I am concerned about that, but I haven't sent it off yet, and it's not in the first submission. Ninetales, very awesome. Jungle Kangaskhan, yep. Base Set Hitmonchan, yep. That's good stuff. That Fossil Raichu, yep. Some Team Rocket stuff, Japanese. Some of the Team Rocket, or some of the Japanese stuff, they have a little bit better conditioning on the backs. But you will see some like whitening, like in that corner, there's a little tiny bit. There's some at the bottom there. So it's not a perfect card by any means, but a very nice card. Fossil Lapras. I mean, that hollow pattern just booms on these cards too. Look how nice that is. Oh. Japanese, again, Fossil, Aerodactyl. We got a Rocket, Machamp. Man, I was about to call him Hitmonchan. Some Gym Heroes, of course. Rhyhorn, baby. Gym Heroes. When does Rhyhorn ever get featured on stuff anymore? Gyarados. Man, this is a cool card. Man. If I could go back in time, man. If I could go back in time, we got some Jungle Flareon, Jolteon, sorry. Another jungle card, Vaporeon. Baby, that's beautiful. Jungle King is gone. Love that. And that's that stack. Let's just kind of slide this stack over. And we grab another stack. So we got some more jungle stuff. Electrode. We got Fossil, Hitmonlee. Base set 2, Mewtwo. Wonderful. Conditioning. Let's check. Condition check. Dog hair check. Pretty good condition. You definitely see some whitening. But overall, very nice card. Kingdra. Very cool. Clefairy. Base set. Yes, sir. Jumpluff. Some Neo stuff. Ditto. Fossil. Bang. Bang, boom, bow. Jungle, Kangaskhan. Again, I got another one. Lapras, Fossil, this time in English. Pidgeot, base set 2. Super clean. Super cool hollow pattern. Muck. I hated this card as a kid. Just because it's Muck. Venomoth. Also didn't really like bug Pokemon much at the time. Now I just don't care. Jungle Vileplume. Beautiful. Base set 2 stuff again. Nidoking. Love that. Base set 2 Zapdos. Love that. I love the birds. Then we got that base set 2 Flareon. I mean, guy, man, I'm mixing up my sets here. We got that Jungle Flareon. Very cool. Fossil Moltres. Very cool. Base set 2 Venusaur. One of the big 3. Another cool Porygon, but he just happened to be in the vintage pile. I don't believe this one was a gradable copy to me, but I'll do another review soon when I start getting together the second submission. Gym Heroes, Brock's Ninetales. Heck yeah. Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz. Again, fire. Light. Azumarill. Man. I like the little clay looking cards. Got a Fossil Lapras. And a little Houndoom. The sometimes I get lost if you haven't noticed. So I'm trying to figure out like the camera setup. I just set this up, so forgive me if my cards are all over the place and I'm trying to show them off. Entei promo. I believe the promo was for their movie. I can't remember. I think it was for the movie though. Clefable, base set 2. Base set Poliwrath. Base set 2 Wigglytuff. Nidoqueen, base set 2. I love this card. Underrated. Houndour. I at the time this released, I was like, why would they release? Because this wasn't really a thing. I was like, why would they release a first stage hollow? I mean, I kind of still think it's weird. Why would not Houndoom be? I mean, it is hollow. There's a hollow version too, but why would they do Houndour hollow? Yeah, so that always threw me off when I was younger. Because usually it's like the final evolutions or like these other guys like Kangaskhan. Yeah, Houndour hollow. Yeah, thought it was weird. This is part of that Southern Islands collection. It's just open, and you can clearly see there's a big old scratch right on the top. Cool card though. None of the other ones have that scratch problem. They have some print lines maybe, but Togepi, another Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. We got some. We're back in the Japanese section, but got a couple cards I've already shown off. Dugtrio, Team Rocket's Dugtrio. Machamp, Japanese. Hitmonchan, Japanese. We got Blaine's Arcanine. Super cool. Dark Blastoise. Dark Blastoise, man. That's a card right there. That's a cool card. Yeah, yeah. Blastoise was my favorite starter. Not a Blastoise. Base set 2. Here's our Shadowless. Shadowless Venusaur. Check that out. Yes, sir. I think he's the only Shadowless I have, so don't get hyped for more of them. Another base set 2 Blastoise, though. You can tell I like that guy. Kingdra. And Meganium. Some super vintage cards. 20-year-old plus cards, and they're just in there, these top loaders. I should probably get them graded. That's why I'm starting to lean towards grading now because I'm trying to preserve the quality of the collection. And don't worry, there is another stack to go through. Alakazam, heck yeah. Articuno, we haven't seen one yet, I don't think. Japanese, Steelix as well. Very cool. This is a Mew from Southern Islands. Azumarill. Look at that boy. Boom. Blossom. For Alligator. Yeah. Giovanni's Nidoking. Oh. Oh. It's Charizard. Oh. We love Charizard. Weezing. Base set. Chance. Look at that ho. This card's cool. I got a swirl right above his crown as well. Look at that. Let's see the quality on this back here. Check the quality on the back real quick. We got some whitening, a little bit of whitening, but overall, I keep my cards in fairly good condition. This Smeargle, I mentioned it earlier, I think. I think this card is awesome. The smiley face being baked into the hollow pattern. Oh, man, I thought this card was so cool. Smeargle's not really a popular Pokemon by any means. No one really cares. That is a cool card. More Hitmonchan action. Mewtwo action. Yep. You love that. Again. Why? Huh. Even now. Huh. Weird. Skarmory. Boom. And some awesome last couple hollows. That's not it for vintage, by the way. That's just this kind of side pile I have. This is, I would say, the bulk of it, though. This is the bulk pile, kind of. I do have a lot of sleeved commons and uncommons as well. But let me get into something a little more special, right? And what you could say, what could be more special? Well, I'll show you. So I have a box here that I keep a lot of cards in. I have another box that I keep even more cards in that are going to be our final box of the day. So this has some vintage in it. We'll get to the vintage first, and then I'll go over the other cards in a second. So let's get these vintages out of the way. There's no reason that they're in the box. Really, these should be in the bulk pile. Kind of another outlier, by the way. Haunter being hollow. Why did we not do Gengar hollow? They did do Gengar hollow, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Yeah, it's just weird. Muck. And Ditto. I wonder what the quality on these ones are. They look pretty good. I mean, those are solid copies of each card. And it's fair. Yep. Those should be in this pile then. All right, so these are cards. I had an urge to grade a long time ago, and I never did it. So this is kind of remnants of that because these also aren't even in the first submission that I'm actually going to do that I've already started to pay that I've already pretty much paid for. I just got to ship it off, but I want to make the video before I do that. So we got Charizard V. You've seen this. It's a promo card. It's a card I do want to send off and get graded in a 10 just to have. This is the Metal Charizard, but I think I have a incredibly clean copy that I would like to send off. This has a lot of edge problems in the metal cards where you can see the gold kind of peeking through the blue backing. But this one pretty much looks perfect to me. But anyone that sends their cards off pretty regularly, I've heard this a couple times now, they're pretty biased, and when they get 9s, they're pretty sad about it, and they think they have 10s. But let's keep going. I do have some interesting cards in here as well. Oricorio, Shinji Kanda. He's popping off right now. I just want this card in a 10. That's the only reason it's gonna be sent. Cool. I'm kind of betting on Shinji Kanda with that one. Just thought it was a clean copy. I kind of don't even want to send this one anymore. And they don't like when you do the tab thing, so that shows you how old this kind of preparation for the submission is. These two cards, not that special. Salamence and Grimmsnarl, V-Star, or V-Max. Clean copies, though. Really nice cuts on the end. So here's where we kind of get into some juicy stuff. So let's talk about it. We got first edition, Typhlosion, a solid copy, I think. Uh, maybe not a 10, but it ain't no 1. Solid Typhlosion. First edition, Jungle Pinsir. Beautiful. Not as good quality, I'm pretty sure. You see quite a bit of edge wear. That's too bad. Not a bad condition card, but, you know. And I'm not going to show you conditions of everything, but boom. Fossil Kabutops, first edition. Machamp, first edition. Anybody that knows this card knows that there's an error that they're all first edition in English. So this isn't that special, but still. Meganium, first edition. Run that. Snorlax, Jungle, first edition. Run that. Dragonite Fossil, first edition. Pretty sought after card. I would say my backing's not terrible, but you definitely will be able to see some whitening on the edge if it focuses. Definitely see some whitening at the top and some like little nicks. So not a 10 by any means, but nice. Blissey, first edition. Victory Bell, first edition. Pre-release Aerodactyl, first edition. Entei, first edition. And this copy is the only copy I have that I believe has a chance of being a 10, but I don't think it will 10 still. I do think it will 9. It has these 2 dots at the bottom. That's all it has. The rest of the edges are, there might be something over here on the right side. But it looks really clean. So it's definitely not perfect. So I don't expect it to be a 10. I do expect it to be a pretty high grade, I guess, above a 7. You give me above a 7, and I'd be happy. Again, it's not getting graded just yet, but when I do, hopefully it comes back with above, hopefully more than a 7. If I can get an 8 or 9, I would be really happy. And then we got Shining Charizard. Wonderful card. And I pulled this as a kid. So believe that. Now, if we're going to talk condition, not good. Not good. But that, I mean, for some people, this is like grail to them, you know? And I just have it kind of sitting in this semi-rigid. But man, that is a cool card. I mean, I think it's a grail for anybody, especially if you're getting it in graded versions of like 9s and 10s. Oh man. I doubt this would get that high of a grade. But cool cards nonetheless. I think these are all cool cards. Very special to me. All those first editions are cards I pulled when I was a kid. So you can imagine how many packs I was opening back then. My grandparents and stuff that were buying the cards, and my parents and everybody else, I don't think they were big fans of how much I wanted them, but I wanted them as a kid. I wanted to catch them all. That was the slogan, right? Got to catch them all. This stack I don't want to go through, but when I was saying I had like a lot of commons and stuff from back then, don't worry about these cards. But look, so we just got a lot of these older commons and uncommon vintage cards. I mean, there's tons of them. You got even first edition like common ones, right? I got tons. Here's some Southern Islands. And don't worry about the holo entries. Those just slipped in there. Break card. They're just somehow slipping in. There's so many. I got so many cards. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the break card. I don't even know where that would go or how it got in there. All right, we got one final box to go through. This box is going to blow some people's minds. I already know it. All right. Okay, so this is the last box I want to go through. I do have more cards. Like I said, there's a ton of incomplete master sets and a complete master sets that you didn't see. but they are here. I also have a whole box of top loader like EX and kind of more basic cards. But this stack is incredibly important to me. This is back when I started getting back into collecting in 2016. If you know what cards were coming around that time, you would know what I'm talking about probably. But let's get into these. I do want to get them graded. I'm gonna mention that, but I do want to show you guys these. So these first two, not too much to worry about here. Bubble Mew is awesome. I think I got a pretty clean copy. I might send off. I mean that front centering is pretty damn. It's pretty good. That front centering is pretty good. The back centering is also pretty good, but there was whitening in one of the edges that I'm afraid will drop it down to a 9. Can you see that little dot in the right in the corner? And also at the bottom here, there's a little one. Um, so I think it might get a 9. Uh, so it's just sitting here for now. These are kind of more expensive ones I'm going to get into. There's another binder I have, a top loader binder that also has some good cards in it, but this pile right here is a lot of money. I didn't pay this amount that it costs nowadays. But let's dive in and let me show you. So this Mewtwo EX, awesome card. Awesome card. I've got 2 of them. The other one's in that top loader binder I mentioned. This one was the one I wanted to send off for grading. I got a clean copy. It's a clean copy. It does have some light cutting, like from the whatever cutting machine they use to cut them. So it does have some slight whitening, which I'm afraid will drop it to a 9. But again, that's just kind of how it goes. I was just pulling these cards myself. I didn't really go out and buy them or go to card shops much. I got 2 of these promos. These promos, they're whatever. Pokemon Center promos, pretty cool. I don't think they're valuable or anything, but they're super cool cards. Japanese promos are always nice. All right. This is a Poncho Vulpix. There's 2 of them. Very cool cards. Super cool cards. All right. Sapporo Pikachu promo. Very cool. Very cool. This is another one, the Kyoto Pikachu promo. Also very cool. This is the I can't remember what they called this little collection that they did. But it was Pikachu dressed up as all the bad guys from all the games. The Team Skull being the one featured here. But you got like Team Rocket back here, Galactic, uh all these different teams, Team Flare. But yeah, very cool promo. This is Lily's Cosmog. Came from a Lily's box. There's 2 of these cards. They go for they fetch a pretty good price, especially graded well. Southern Islands. This is I got these and instantly sleeved them. They definitely don't have perfect cuts, but they are close. They're as good as it gets. Uh, Obviously, if you get a really perfect cut, you're gonna get a 10. I think just about everything here would get a 9, unfortunately. But we got the Vileplume, Togepi, Ladybug, Marill, Slowking, and the Mew. Mew being the more sought after one, which I think I've got a pretty clean copy. I think I had one little thing somewhere, unfortunately, and that's just a factory thing. It's nothing I could have prevented, and I wish I could have perfect cards. I think we all do, uh, but as good as it gets. This is like a 9.5 to me, especially if you look at. I don't. You can only get so much on camera from the back, but it is nice. It is nice. I want to send it just to see what it would get. This came from an art book. This is a Charizard and Venusaur. It's Charizard card, but it came from an art book. The art book, I think when I bought it was like $80, and this promo was inside. Very cool. I still have the art book. It's not here at this house, or at my apartment. It's at my home back where I used to live with my grandparents. Very cool. Then we got some Battle Festa cards. The cool thing about these cards is they're pretty expensive now. Um, this is the 2017 one. I think I got this card for like 30 bucks, 40 bucks. Yeah. Same with this card. Another Battle Festa card. It's a card that I also got for about 30, 40 bucks. I have the receipts that maybe I can show you guys right after this and we can kind of have a laugh. All right. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. The Mario Pikachu. Huge promo. And it's still, to this day, from 10 years ago, the only time Mario and Pikachu have collaborated in this way. A incredibly sought after card. Even if it has a high population, I mean, these cards are going for insane prices in even raw, like even like this is insane prices. But that's just the market we're in. Of course, I have the Luigi one, and of course, I have the Mario one. Come on. So I want to present to you my money spread of all the other Poncho Pikachus. So I have every single one that came out. I will go through them, of course. So the Mario Pikachu, Luigi, and the Mario. I mean, perfect promo, by the way. Absolutely perfect card in every way. Not saying my specific card and the quality of my specific card. I'm just saying this promo when it came out was perfect. I paid $200 for all four of these cards, by the way. I got both boxes for 200 bucks. I still have the boxes. I can go grab them in a second. Gyarados, Poncho Pikachu. Team Skull, Poncho Pikachu. Boom. Mega Charizard. Mega Charizard. Poncho Pikachus. Rayquaza. Poncho Pikachu. The Magikarp. The shiny Rayquaza. Poncho Pikachu. I mean, I got all of them. It is quite something that is incredibly sought after by a lot of people. I have a lot of sentimental value to these. I'm very much attached to them. Um, yeah. Let's just put those on the side. These ones less as attached because I really bought those on a whim. But these I was very intentional when I bought. I mean, that is like look at that, just a lot of cards right there. That anybody, I guarantee you anybody would that wants high value cards is looking at ponchos as some of the more important genre defining like cards promos specifically that came out of Japan. All these cards were only available in Japanese. There's no English versions. I really wish there was. This is this is what keeps me going. If I was talking to a friend recently and he was saying if there was one card out of the entire collection that I think would be the only one I could keep. If I could only keep one single card and I said it was the Mario Pikachu and he said that his card was the Mario Pikachu. So we both said that this would be the one card out of everything. I would get rid of it all just to keep this. I mean, it is. I mean, I think mine is a 10, but I'm just being biased probably. I don't even remember if I touched the card when I unboxed these. I'm pretty sure I was really intentional in keeping it as clean as possible, putting it in a sleeve right away. I think I put it in a different kind of sleeve though. But man, that is a cool card. And that's pretty much my collection. I'm going to yap a little more about some stuff because I do want to pull up some receipts, like I said. But these cards, man, these promo cards are awesome. If I imagine having them all in a 10, woo, man, that would just blow my mind. So I wanted to present to you the boxes. Yeah, I bought them back in 2016 for about 200 bucks. And check them out. These are super cool boxes. These are all opened because this is where those promos came out of. The Mario and Pikachu promo, but I mean, look at these. These are cool boxes. This one has Mario on it. This one has Luigi on it. And I'll pop them open. These boxes are just like little They basically just hold like my kind of collection together. But the deck sleeves and stuff, they're still in here. I never really took them out. I think I used some. The deck box, deck sleeves. We got like some dividers. Um, yeah, super cool. And of course, I have the Luigi stuff as well. The promos were just also in here. That's kind of how it worked. But like this stuff, I think some people value this kind of stuff. To me, now that the cards are out of there, it's more just sentimental keepsakes. The same deck box and the Luigi ones. So very cool. Very cool. These are the OG boxes that I pulled those cards out of. I want to send them off for grading. Maybe one day I will. But for now, they just kind of prop up my PSA graded cards. Bada bum, bada bum, bada boom, bada bing. So one thing I want to share with you guys is my my purchase history. Okay, so something I want to show you guys is my purchase history. So let's go to eBay. I was just looking at these. Let's go to my purchase history, and this stuff is kind of recent, but let's go to 2017. So let's look at the prices of things I was buying back then. I've got 2 Ultra Prism booster boxes, right? For 172 bucks. Can you believe that? These were these mystery like things that Japan was selling, I think. It's where some of the vintage cards came from. Not really worth it. Worth it now maybe, but not really worth it at the time. 36 Shining Legends booster packs, 159. 2 more of these little blocks. Pretty cool stuff. Anyways, this is what we're looking at. Pokemon Center card, Pikachu, Mario, Luigi promo box, Japanese full art poncho rare. Both boxes, $219. Both boxes now, they're probably around 10,000 each, right? Insane. I even now just saying that out loud, it's insane. The Southern Islands collection, I bought the English one sealed for $300. I guess the picture's gone. I don't know what happened there. Sun and Moon, Guardians Rising, 1 booster box, $100. This is how it was back then. Look at this. Shining Ho-Oh, $3. That's all it is. $3 for that. Let's look at some of the 2018 orders. Oh yeah, here we go. So the Kyoto Pikachu promo, $15. The Battle Festa 2015 promo, $30. These gym promos, $10. The other like Battle Festa card, $35. Yeah, the Sapporo Pikachu, $10. And I was buying these from like these are Japanese sellers. Yeah. I just pay a little bit and they're a little import and that's it. Send it on over. 4 Hidden Fates ETBs, $364. I guess that's all I bought in 2019 was Hidden Fate stuff. 2020 probably bought a bunch of Hidden Fate stuff too. This is where I started getting these promos. I started getting really into the promos around now. So I bought 4 of the Entei promos for 76. I bought 1 of the Mews for 41. I bought 4 of the Cool Porygons for 126. And you could just kind of get an idea of what I was getting into. I was just constantly keeping my eye on the market, buying promos. I saw promos as valuable because they have limited runs. They're definitely out of print. A lot, especially the ones that we're going through right now. Like you're not gonna get another Toys R Us promo. That's it. Some of these boxes, I bought this. I really wish I got it. The guy that I bought it from refunded it, and yeah, I never got this. The PokePark folder. I wanted it really bad, and now I think a sealed sheet is probably way too expensive. 24 Hidden Fates tins for 800 bucks. How much is a Hidden Fates tin nowadays? Oh yeah, here's what I was talking about earlier. So when I was buying the cases and I wanted one case of like every set, uh 600 bucks for a case. I mean, nowadays people would jump at those prices. I was trying to get my master set, so you'll see a lot of singles bought kind of around that time. General Mills promos. Uh another different General Mills promo that they did. That's what some of those packs were, if you didn't recognize them. Some bulk lots, a bunch of some more like bulk. XY evolutions. I bought 4 Charizards for 340. Some TCG Chilling Rain stuff. Some full arts. I was trying to get the whole master set again, so I do have the master set now. But I had to, find all these lots of cards that I didn't have any of. And then I was also trying to pile up evolution stuff. I got a 9-card evolutions lot for 20 bucks. I got all these Chanseys for 22 bucks. And I was just like, yeah, give me that. Another lot for 22 bucks. And at the time I was like, man, do I do this? Do I buy it? Is it too expensive? Nah, I can do that probably. And you look at prices now and you're just like, whoa, like these are cheap. These are deals back then. Yeah. Anyways, as you get into the more modern stuff, it starts getting kind of normal. More like master set stuff. I used TCG Player also to source cards for the master sets. This is also a way of doing it. I was buying as much as I could from one seller. That way the shipping cost would stay like relatively low. I bought so much this year. It wasn't even funny. This is when I bought a ton of this is when I first was like, I'm doing master sets. So I started getting all kinds of just reverses, hollows. Yeah. And as you come into like the more modern stuff, like let's look at now. It's 2026. I think I've only bought some little stuff. So I bought that. I bought some stuff for the car, and then I bought some of those promos that I was talking about, the Charizard, Mega Charizard ones. I think this promo is so good. Um, but yeah, what is going on here? 1,100 bucks for some friends cards, and that's me. I've been doing this for quite a while. I'm working on my first PSA submission. I'm going to make a video for that, which is full of cards that I didn't present to you today, but I have them on the side for the PSA. They're in this box right here actually, which I'm going to get into momentarily to show off and make a video about my first PSA submission, as well as a separate video for the PSA return. So if you did like this and you kind of are vibing with what's going to go down on this channel, because I'm going to be sending a lot of PSA submissions off, and I'm looking at vendor videos and I'm watching all this other stuff, and I'm getting interested in doing things like that. So it's giving me a way to stay involved with the hobby without paying too much cash and stuff, because I got other bills to pay. I can't just keep spending it on Pokemon. Subscribe. We're gonna be talking Pokemon out here. I can go into investing ideas and tips. A lot of my cards, obviously, if you know them, you know that they're quite expensive. I have roughly an $80,000 to $100,000 collection of cards, and I love every single one of them. I've been doing it forever, since from when I was a little kid, and then there's a big gap, which I think a lot of people have, and I picked it back up in 2016, and I haven't stopped really since then. It's just gotten more difficult to get everything. So still a big promo guy though. I can't wait for this 30th anniversary. I'm sure everyone else is excited about it. I can't wait to see the set that we're gonna get. I'm gonna go pretty hard on that set. I'm gonna get a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna probably get a lot of stuff and keep it sealed. And I'm gonna open a bunch, and hopefully I get to present that here on the channel for everybody. So thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to like the video. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me start getting to know you and understand how you like to collect. Maybe you can make a video. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the PSA video. Thanks.